Well, it must be a Christmas miracle because we are early tonight. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these Broncos we all love to drive, this is your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, alongside my poor Miss Kelly tonight.
Howdy.
Kelly's been battling like the underweatheritis since like it seems like the 1st of November. But Kelly is she's got Florida's Natural. She's got the OJ in hand. You know, it's probably spiked just a little bit.
Maybe a little Tito's in it.
But she is a trooper, and our cat is going nuts. Hold on.
If it fits, it sits. Is what she's doing. I know we're early tonight. We did not get snowed in. We got some snow, but we did not get snowed in.
We got iced in.
We got iced in a little bit, but really, it didn't shut much down. It just shut down because of holidays.
Yeah. Well, first off, we must say happy birthday to Andy Ackerman. He said this is his official birthday stream, and
throwing money at us on your birthday.
I know, man. I say
happy
cheers.
birthday.
I say cheers to that, guys. If you can see in the background, I need y'all to choose me a whiskey tonight. So next couple of minutes, you guys get to choose what I'm consuming.
Thank you for that super chat.
Yes, and thank you so much. But yeah, tonight's the easygoing night. This one's not going to be the full double string 2-hour show. We're probably going to limit this one down just a little bit because it's the end of the year. We assume many of our viewers probably aren't. They're probably with their families, and it's holiday times and those kind of things, right? What you got?
So, an issue college could asked, "What's the shirt, Kelly?" It's trees and stars and lakes and trails. So, I actually stole this literally off a guy's back at our off-road event that we put on.
Oh yeah.
Actually stole it off of CVT Tents reps back. We were like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt," and he's like, "Here, you want it?"
You're just trying to get shirts off dudes' backs, man. I see what's going on.
Well, he, stole it, but anyway, Andy says he's at a truck stop in Maine.
Yeah.
And thank you, Cigar Texan. I appreciate it. I was feeling a little better yesterday, and then today I feel like junk again. So
yeah, she's been basically sleeping all day. We went out once to go. We have to take a yearly picture with our daughter at the local mall.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some of these
grass reindeer.
Well, they're like pine reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
The reindeer made out of like the pine of a tree. And we try to get her a picture there every year. And,
it's kind of like if anybody has seen like the kids, like as their children get older, they take like those pictures next to like the months of the X amount of months old, but they changed it up on us. They changed out the reindeer. So now we don't get a true accurate depiction of the size of our daughter.
Those
as she grows up.
man.
I know.
The damn malls. That's why I'm shot. That's why I'm going with Amazon right there.
Just because of the reindeer. Sorry.
Get Kelly a COVID mask over here.
No, I'm negative for COVID.
I'm just playing.
Thank you.
But I hope everybody's had a great holiday, nice weekend. Of course, I get the extra day. I assume many people get the extra day off. But sadly, I have to go back to work tomorrow, Kelly.
I know. I'm supposed to go back tomorrow too, unless I go back to the doctor tomorrow.
Well, I think you probably should do that. But we hope the Bronco Santa brought gifts.
Yeah.
Put them under the trees. I'm curious what you guys, if you did get anything.
Yeah, did you get any stuff for your either soon-to-be Bronco or current Bronco in your driveway or dreaming Bronco?
But you guys know what happens before we hear about all the good news.
At least you chose the good one tonight.
I know.
I appreciate
I'll screw it up. I'll screw it up.
Give me a chance tonight. But we've got to say hello. So Terrence Mooney in the house tonight. Richard Ortega saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. 502 Bourbon Crew in the house. Christina Fisher Clark. Hello. Let's see. Eric Jefferson. Jessica Dunn coming in. It's been a minute, Jessica, so we're glad to have you.
She was in the last show just for a minute.
Yeah. Honest Smith says, hope everyone had a safe Christmas. Stay warm and hooday. 502 Bourbon Crew saying hello. Bob Masters popping in this evening. Michael Nice. Bud Guy 8829. NSU College Kids saying, hey, we're early tonight. We are early tonight.
Just by a few minutes.
Slippy Chirp says, so I saw my first on-road Raptor the other day. The thing is legit. More badass than any other trim. We'll actually have to talk about the Raptor conversation we had today.
That was just
No, it was today in Costco parking lot.
Oh, yes.
We'll talk
yes.
about
yes.
that one. Jonathan Fald says, hello, Bronco family, and Dirk Connor popping in. And I did see Tim Corney pop in at the end as well. And if I missed you, please know it is not on purpose. It is purely just me. Aaron says, still no Bronco. Let's see. Zach N says, sorry you don't have time off. Great to celebrate with you tonight. Let's see.
Spicy.
Bim Joker says, my Bronco is finally done and waiting to ship.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That's a great feeling. Now it really sucks. I always say it's like the worst, like knowing that it's in production. No, knowing it's like if you can check your modules and all that and it's active,
100%.
it's ready to ship, and then you're like a month later, you're like, where's my Bronco?
100%. Gia Hogue, welcome in, ma'am.
Welcome in, Gia. Gia was hiding her Bronco in the garage the other night.
Yes, I did see that, protecting her baby. Cigar Texan says, got all of his gear. Thank you. And thank you for being patient on that when we had a couple we ran out of some stickers for a couple of folks. So we appreciate that.
We've got a couple of those yet to get out.
No, I got everything out
everything
yesterday.
out? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So everything went out yesterday. So if you were waiting on stickers from me that didn't come in your original package, they are all out now. They did go out yesterday. And I will tell you, sneaky, we haven't taken down the half off on the t-shirt. So I'm going to let them run.
What?
No, I'm going to let them run through the 31st and then I'm taking them down. So
trying to bankrupt us?
Yes, apparently. So if you have missed out on the t-shirts before, the t-shirts on our website on All Terrain Nation under Kelly's Picks are all half off right now. The price you see is the price that they are. So definitely snag them up.
This popped in the mail this week. I don't know if they can see. It's still glary. This might go on the website. It's I think it's actually on there, but it's on the
Teespring side.
Yeah, the Teespring side. But this was a fun little thing I did for Kelly's Bronco. As you can see, it says Rebecca. Well,
Rebecca the Bronco.
Rebecca the Bronco. But I thought that was kind of fun.
Spelled Rebecca right.
I asked you. You were over there working one day and I said, hey, how do you spell that?
So that's when it was. So yeah, Gia, Allie has been battling sick too. So yeah, I hear you. So Allie, hopefully you're doing better. And Allie's in Michigan and I'm in Tennessee, so we didn't give it to each other.
I don't know. The internet's.
Timothy Romer says got a 2023 GMC Sierra SLT with the 3-liter LMO Duramax.
Who's that? Sorry.
There.
Oh, sorry. Got a new 20. Ooh, nice, man. Dig the big trucks. That engine, man. Love that engine while you can because GM's one of the last to actually put a small diesel in their trucks. Rams pulled theirs. I think Ford's already pulled theirs. Ford was like maybe a year and a half and done. So enjoy that vehicle.
We know Nissan already did.
Yeah. Nissan barely makes a vehicle.
Right. Bronco 78 in the house this evening. David Zarco. Let's see.
Andy says that mug comes with a Patreon membership, right? And speaking of that, we've been trying to. She's working up her first article for the Patreon. So if your members aren't our Patreon, Kelly's got some EV. Is it EV that you're?
No, thoughts? So it's really it's about it's EV and the rolling blackouts.
Yes,
let's put it that way. EV and the rolling blackouts.
So we'll tease you with that. But our members over at Patreon get special little articles from time to time. And members here on YouTube get special horrible vlogs, we'll say. We're learning how to vlog, and this past week was a short one because we're just so busy with family. It was hard to do much. But we've been working on the current one. We did something right before this. So anyways, that's enough selling tonight. This show is about, we appreciate you guys this year, and I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about the channel's health a little bit.
Before you do. Hello, YouTube Car Spotters Guide. Had to get that one in there. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Go for it.
Of course, man. Well, he's one of the OGs.
I know.
But I kind of wanted to talk about the health of the channel a little bit and some of our plans coming up. So we'll talk some numbers here. And I don't always like to throw out numbers because I don't ever want people to think like we're doing this. Well, we're trying to do this as a job. But in year one of the channel, we made $700. And you might be thinking, wow, $700, that's pretty good. Well, that was one video. And that kind of, we were like, because that was our biggest at the time with my Nissan stuff. It didn't make anything.
You're like, dang, if we could do this, let's do it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, full-time jobs coming on. But you guys have, and the reason I'm talking this, you guys have always been super nice to us and understanding. But then in year 2, kind of towards, I will say, the end of the pandemic advertising budgets, we did, what was it? $18,000.
17.
$17,000. Sorry. And with that money, obviously comes a lot of, we have a lot of bills. We have a lot of things we pay for. We had to outfit some stuff here. You did see mics and stuff change over that year. And this
the
year,
hosting of website, the hosting of lots of different things, and then the travel.
Yes. Which we're still paying for.
Yeah. So even though that money was paid in, we spent a lot more money than that on the channel.
And then in this year, remember, guys, how I've told you, because I was looking at the numbers today, how I told you that YouTube had killed the ad revenue. This year, we went from having almost identical views. I think we're just a little bit up in views this year. We went and made $10,000 this year. And once again, that sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not, because of literally everything this business costs us. But just so you know, I wanted to say, by saying this, I wanted to say we appreciate you guys, all of the support you've given us this year. You guys have been awesome with the super chats and stuff, and that's why that number is where it's at, to be honest. Like, your support. And
and honestly, from an ad revenue perspective, like if we were to compare apples and apples from an ad revenue perspective, ad revenue was probably half of what we did last year.
Oh god, yeah.
Or I mean, this year it's probably half of what we did last year. Let me put it that way. So you guys supporting the channel has really, really helped a lot bring those numbers up from the basement. So thank you.
But through your support and stuff, I want to say that we have a calendar full of stuff. I'm going to have surgery on this arm, by the way. So if I could pick my arm up, I have a calendar of stuff over here that we're going for. And Chicago Auto Show is the first thing. So part of your support from this previous year.
We actually have to book we have to finalize our plane ticket.
We've been looking for flights. But we will be in Chicago.
I did find my beanie, Andy. Thank you.
When is the Chicago?
It is February 8th through 10th.
Okay, so that's when we'll be in Chicago for the auto show. We hope to bring you guys a bunch of live coverage and, of course, anything Bronco related for the channel here. You know, we're going to do that. And I want to say once again, thank you for this year. It sounds like I might be down that the channel only made a certain amount of money. I'm amazed that we make anything. We're just two idiots that love doing this and love talking.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm one idiot, and I'm just happy that you guys seem to keep coming back each week. So that's our walk down memory lane for the week. But I like to let you guys know that, hey, this is what the channel's doing, because, you know, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that are just grabbing for money, you know. I mean, I watched somebody brought me a Titan video the other day by a guy that I normally respect, man, and this was a total clickbait BS. Me and you talked about this video, and it just was totally guy talking out of his ass, and he's got 100,000 subs, and like he can do that. And it was literally about February or December, like I told you guys a couple of weeks ago. December is why you see a lot of videos from us, is because it's the time we can actually make money in this. So anyways, I don't want to talk about money anymore.
Well, and what I was just going to say, the only thing I was just going to piggyback on that is that's why, you know, find my words. If I can find my words tonight, guys, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that 100,000 subscribers, regardless of what the content is, will get him vehicles in his driveway. Yep. And we struggle with getting the press vehicles because we don't hit that magic number from a subscriber's perspective. So that's why you'll see us push for subscribers and things like that, because in order for us to get more vehicles in front of you guys from our perspective, that's how you do it. Otherwise, in the meantime, we're going to keep going to press trips and spending money to do
it. Us money. Yes, and like Kelly was saying, that all they care about is a stupid subscriber number. I can show them physical numbers that we outdo a lot of channels with a lot more subscribers than us. Doesn't matter to them, especially like Steliantis with the Ram brand. They want to see
a stupid number.
But that's our problem for next year. And also, speaking of next year, I want you guys to know there will not be a Bronco Talk Live next Monday. We're taking the first of the year off. We're just that one time we're taking off because I know a lot of you guys like to have a cocktail, and I'm assuming that Sunday night you're going to be down and dirty with having some fun. And maybe the last thing you want to do is talk about your Bronco. And if you are in your Bronco, please drivers, please don't drink and drive. Uber that thing.
100%. Don't drive your Bronco on that night.
That's right. And guys, thank you. I'm not telling you all this stuff for the super chats, by the way, either. I don't want you to feel obligated to ever support us like that. But we do greatly appreciate that.
But I did want to say happy birthday to Andy tonight. I know we kind of trickled on it a little bit of like happy birthday, but happy birthday. And yes, I did find my hat. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's not this hat.
I know.
This was my laying on the couch.
I don't know where mine is, though. I think it might be in my work truck, honestly.
I handed it to you the other day before we went to Pigeon Forge.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. So yes, he has his hat too. It's cool.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway, so we didn't tell you all that. We just want to be truly honest with you guys about like what you see and what we do, and we're purely honest on what we do. Like we're losing money on what we do here. We are not making money by any means. Granted, we are getting to go on trips and things that that are somewhat supplemented by the channel, so we get to do those things. But just know that is something we want to be completely right. We're not going to clickbait you. We're going to give you the content.
Show. I can't even say. She'll kick me. She'll punch me if I say that.
But anyway, that's what I was kind of piggybacking on that. It's like we're not going to clickbait. We're gonna show you what we like to do, and we're gonna be who we are.
Also, cleaning as we're cleaning house. I know you guys. A lot of you hate the shorts. Honestly, shorts have brought us a lot more subscribers recently, so I've unfortunately had to continue doing those. And but when they bring new subscribers, they're actually watching the channel as well. So we greatly appreciate all those.
So somebody said, who did I see it over there? Oh, Cigar Texan said you needed to show sell feet pictures. You'd make more money on the channel. Nobody wants to see your boobs. Maybe I do
have a funny story. I don't know if I ever told this on here.
Michael Nice says you want more subscribers, you got to show more leg.
Hey, I will show a lot of leg. But when me and Kelly got together early on, and this shows like there's going to be Bronco talk. I promise you. But when me and Kelly first got together, she was 24. I was 30.
7 years apart. So yeah, you were 20. You were 31. I was 24.
And we were doing what young kids do, and we were in the shower one night and just washing each other. And not that. But Kelly happened to see a hole in my back, and I'll never forget. Like Kelly going like, because you met me pretty. I was pretty new in your life, right, at that time.
So we were a fast forward. This is
only brought up because of the whole skin talk.
Right. So we were a fast forward relationship. We literally like started talking in like July. We met in person. We met the old school way online.
Yes. On the internet.
And we met in person like the end of July.
Just watching.
So anyway, we finally met in person, and then we were like inseparable. So then I was like, why are you going home? There's no reason for you to go home. And we were like living together.
Yeah. She was casting that rod out. She
well,
got me hooked.
Long story short, we met in person in July, pretty much moved in together. We're engaged in October and married in March. So we were just quick turnaround. But anyway, so we're washing each other. I don't know.
Anyways. So there's this perfect round hole in my back, and Kelly was from Detroit, which you get a lot of 8 Mile BS of like, oh my God.
I'm from the suburbs of Detroit.
But you would get a lot of people going, I bet you saw murder all the time.
Well, that was the first thing people would ask me when I first moved to Tennessee. It was like, who's your football team? And I was like, I'm not really into football. What do you mean you're not into football? I'm from Detroit. Oh, do you see people murdered like every day? So you go from football to murder. Yeah. Like that's just how in 0.7
So she happens to see this. It's a hole in my back.
Legit. It's like this.
I'm always one to screw with people.
Like the size of a nickel.
And I was like, I said I was playing music one night. And
no, you did not. That was not the story. What's the story you're going to tell tonight?
No. What's the
story you're going to tell tonight?
No, I'm trying to remember what I told you.
No, you tell that story and I'll tell you what story you told me. I know. You tell me what story you were just going to tell. No, you tell me. You were playing music one night.
No, I really don't remember exactly. I thought it was at the Borough.
No, and I will tell you what story you told me once you tell me this story because I'm curious on this story.
Finish because I'm seriously I don't.
It's a completely different story than what you were going to tell.
Bar fight or something.
No, just tell me what you were going to say.
No, because you screwed it up.
No, I didn't. You were
Tell the
playing
story.
music one night.
Look, they're going to be mad at us if you don't just someone tell me. Come on, tell them. So, because I'm trying to remember myself. Go ahead.
No, he said he was in a school shooting.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did. You said there was a school shooting and you got shot. And I was like, oh my God. Legit. That was it. Yes, it was.
I don't think I would ever.
Yes, it was. It was 100%.
Yeah, I told her I got shot, and you should have seen her face turn white in the shower of like
100%.
Well, for one, I think you thought this dude like shooting it. What's like kind of murder did I get involved with?
I may have sat there and thought a whole bunch because we weren't engaged yet.
Yeah,
and I may have thought a whole bunch during that 15 seconds of thinking, what the hell is happening here?
But what had happened was I had a pre-cancerous mole on my back, and they have this little round knife they put in, and they pop that mole out. It looks like a perfect bullet hole in my back, and yeah, like I'd scared the crap out of it. And what's weird is this is all because somebody said something about showing skin, and I don't know why my brain went to that, but yeah. So we that's the kind.
They didn't even say showing skin; they said show your feet.
No, I thought showing leg or something.
Oh, leg, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I like to screw with Kelly from time to time, and that was the first time of her going.
What the hell did I do?
Dave pulling out the 50 Cent vibe. Yeah, no, like I really did. It was funny to see how pale she instantly like who am, because when you first date people, you really don't exactly know, till we started living together. We probably truly never really. I mean, we knew each other, knew we loved each other, but it was like a whole nother thing. And then Kelly had this little Cavalier or Cobalt, and yeah, she didn't like my Honda Element that I had. We bought a truck together, and we've been idiots ever since. So there you go.
True story.
And speaking of true stories,
so what was the bar fight gonna be?
I swear to God, I told you it was a bar fight because I don't know about school shooting. That would be an awful sensitive topic to bring. I'm pretty sure I told you it was at
maybe
the
I don't know.
Borough that
I don't know now.
I thought I told you I was at the Borough and there was a shooting there or something.
I don't know.
Which is a local bar here.
Either way,
I used to play at all the time.
Either way, he was involved in a shooting, and yeah.
And this bar I was at would have not. It would have been. You'd been like, yeah, probably did happen.
And it's right next to the university, by the way.
Right. And I did play a bar show one time of, I don't know if most of you are probably old enough to remember the Blues Brothers, where they're playing the country bar, and there's the chicken wire up there. I played a bar like that around here that they would throw bottles
Thank
at
God
you.
I never went into one of those bars.
Yeah, luckily it's a road now where that bar was, but yeah. So there you go. Yeah, strange Bronco talk, I know, but like I said, this is a night for celebration of sorts, and letting our freak flag fly, as it were. There, I guess.
The show said, "How long did it take Kelly to figure out that Dave had severe ADHD?"
How long?
Not sure.
Oh man, what is it on to say there? It's a bitch driving 70 miles an hour with your windows down, 14 degrees. Honest, you be careful out there, buddy.
Gee, I already had some vodka in it, so I guess I'll add some more. Y'all are trying to get me drunk, so I sleep tonight, aren't you?
Yep, and then get you knocked out. But Chicago Auto Show, Kelly, we got some big things. I have a feeling that's where we'll see. I've talked about on the show many times. We will see my Ford Ranger. She's a keeper when she uses a screwdriver for a stir stick. But I think we'll see a little bit of Bronco stuff come up there. Obviously, the Raptor and stuff. I'm assuming they're going to continue to do their ride-alongs that they've been doing. They did.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't know. So we'll see because we haven't heard. Sorry.
Kill a damn cat.
No, it's on the outside.
Yeah, I know.
It's not coming in. I don't know. I'll be curious to see what they do and I know it's not the same, but because they pulled out a SEMA, like with all of that, I wonder if they're going to continue that at the Chicago Auto Show.
That's a good point. If you guys don't know, they have a Built Wild track they do. It's outside where they go up the ramps and show people, get their first taste of riding around in one of those things. And they may not. The Bronco's been out a while. They probably assume we've got that customer now. But Jeep still does it. Jeep does that every year. I guarantee you Camp Jeep will be at the Chicago Auto Show. Camp Jeep is freaking awesome. Ford has to do it outside. Jeep gets the inside. And Jeep is one of the big spenders of the Chicago Auto Show. Well, Jeep, Stellantis in general. Ram has a big showing. I did watch a gladiator about roll off of their track one time. It was kind of funny.
Was I there for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you were playing around with a Wrangler or something, and I was filming.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about it.
Yeah. What else we got going on here? We got we will be at Silver Lake. Did I say that correctly? Silver Lake, the dunes.
Yes.
But not for the big events.
We'll be there on our own trips.
Yeah. So we might let some locals know about that one.
Once we get it finalized, we didn't even know when.
We're definitely going to be at SEMA this year, so you can expect the best Bronco content, if not your favorite car content. But we're not missing SEMA this year. What else we got going on? Supercell East. So of course you know about that one because we are 112 days away from Supercell. That's what the clock's for. 112 days, Kelly.
That's crazy.
I filled that out. I think it was 150 some days when I got that thing, and it just feels like it just keeps going and going. That's going to be a fun one. I think you're going to see our buddies over with Diabolical there.
Yeah,
we're going to see Alan having the slipstreams there, which should be really cool. You're going to see some other things pop up that we can't talk about just yet, but we will have a booth once again, and hopefully some new gear. I reached out to a guy that did all the logos. You see him doing all the Broncos of Instagram stuff that did that cup. I reached out him to do a shirt for us, and he's been so busy. He was like, man, I don't really have time, but I'm going to keep bugging him because I like his art. So you never know what you see there. Windrock. We do plan on a Windrock trip this year.
At some point.
Yeah. We're working with Moab. I haven't done a date exactly about that yet. I know you've got for your vacation scheduling. We got to buckle that one down.
Yeah.
Because I know I think Andy wants to go out around the same time when we're at Moab.
I don't think mine at work has opened up again yet. So we'll have to see what it opens up as.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
502 says they have their room booked for Pigeon Forge.
Nice. Oh, and the Bronco Invasion.
Oh, yeah. We'll be at the Bronco Invasion in August. And we are not, I mean, I know we say this, we are not just a Bronco channel. It just happens to be the events that are close by and easy to get to from that perspective.
Right.
And plus, we love Supercell.
Right. Allie, Supercell. And Allie has stepped up her game.
Yeah.
When she can have the chance to get on the show, she's fixed some audio issues, and she's gonna have the old pearly whites out there a little better. She got a new camera. I think she said it was from her dad or something, because I think Dad watches the show from time to time and was tired of seeing Allie on an iPhone. Is what I think happened.
Probably.
So guys, bring your questions, comments, whatever you want to talk to tonight. Like I said, this is a very unorganized show.
Wanted to acknowledge individually our super chat, so thank you for that. So YouTube Car Spotters Guide,
the OG man
for the beer.
I believe YouTube Car Spotters Guide was the first moderator on my channel.
Yeah. Dirk Connor, 1999. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you, Dirk. Dirk is a man of every YouTube channel. I've seen him everywhere.
Yeah. Honest 2023. Happy New Year in advance. I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You guys know I like them crazy numbers.
Cigar Texan coming in with 2023 as well. Merry Christmas and another happy and prosperous.
Do they have a private chat that these guys are like, hey, okay, here's the number we'll use?
No, because if they can see each other throw up 2023, why wouldn't they do that? But maybe
it's just being me being silly.
So Seth asked, welcome in, Seth, by the way. What does membership get you? So
it gets you a crisp high five. Oh, wait.
It gets you excuse me. I need to actually finalize some more details of what membership gets you, because we've kind of revamped it a little bit.
You get there are some from time to time. We were doing more regularly with some live streams just for members. Honestly, I stopped doing those because it was just me talking. Like, members just they wanted to hear me talk, I guess, or something. So I had to back off of that because it was like, well, I'm talking for
to yourself
almost 3 hours.
And then our daughter stopped wanting to be a part of it too. She kind of was just
my co-host,
or she was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So we have lanyards that you get at the 2-month mark that we still have.
Which I'm sure we have some of those we need to get
out. Do need to get some out. So that, with that being said, members, please let me know if you are missing your lanyard, because our
Google deleted
my form that I was keeping up with, and I lost it somewhere. So please definitely keep me honest and email me. Let me know if you're missing something, and I will definitely be glad to get that out to you. But we also have a vlog that we do once a week. Yeah, you put that together once a week, right?
Usually pops up Monday mornings. And it's just honestly kind of behind the scenes, our daily life. I don't know if you're interested or not, but I won't say it's an easy way because I have to actually think about doing it. But it was just kind of a way of like, here's our daily life. And now that we're in the bad part of car season, so there's not a lot of car things to like show you behind the scenes. But with Chicago Auto Show, stuff like that, you'll get a more behind the scenes version of what's going on. So there's stuff like that. If you don't like the membership here, we have Patreon as well. And I'll put up that link if you guys want.
And on the Patreon side, what we're doing over there is we are doing a little bit more writing over there. Like Dave was saying earlier, I finally got an article that I'm ready to write. So Patreons actually get that a few days early, a week early?
No, they get it a couple weeks early, and then it goes to the general public.
So you do have that option to kind of see those articles before, they're stale essentially.
We're kind of dumb to some of this stuff, man.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out.
Trying to figure out how we can give back to you guys for basically helping us out.
YouTube Car Spotters Guide says I like the Dave builds that you do.
Thank you.
And there's some more coming with that. That's what I was just gonna say. There's some more coming with that too. Is that I would like to do some builds. I just haven't had a chance to sit down.
Yes, we do build and price videos, or I've been doing build and price videos where I build my dream version of a particular product. And I go through it. Here's why I would do this and why I wasn't. A lot of off-road vehicles, because I mean anybody could go build a car and I drive it to work. Like, oh, I just need a radio and it'd go forward and we're pretty good. Maybe go backwards sometimes, but mostly go forward. But yeah, those are, and you'll see more of those. We did one on the I was quite surprised the Chevy Colorado Trail Boss video took off. And but we love mid-sized vehicles anyways. Kelly's always been in a mid-sized like SUV, and so Andy says Dave never talks into the mic. That's part of what I gotta fix is my preamp over here. It just doesn't work as well as I would like.
TN Code Monkey says last weekend I flipped open the top on the Bronco and we cruised Christmas lights in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. We may have seen you, or we may have missed you. We were sitting in traffic last weekend.
Were we there last weekend?
Yeah, it was last weekend. Not this past, but the weekend before.
We did. Broncos over there.
We may have actually seen TN Code Monkey. Now that I'm looking at the picture, I mean, we saw maybe 5
Area 51.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it.
definitely remember seeing.
Yeah, I remember seeing an Area 51. So we might have seen you.
Out of all those crazy people at Christmas time.
Oh, traffic.
Andy, hopefully you can hear me now. I've cranked the volume up a little bit more. We took the Bronco over to East Tennessee last weekend. That was a good trip. I will definitely say, we've put tires on the Bronco, and you can tell we've taken a hit on the miles per gallon. They're definitely a heavier tire. But I could not find so what they put on the Sasquatch package is a C-rated tire, so it's a little bit lighter. Not as much sidewall, and they do that for a reason. They want these things to ride as best as possible, be the lightest thing as possible, and sort of look off-road. Well, nobody in the 17 wants to make a C-rated tire, it seems like, and so we had to move up to a D-rated tire, and you can definitely tell we've taken a little bit of hit. But there's going to be, I would definitely take us on the video or do a video on the 40-mile loop that we do, because we haven't done it since we've added bumpers, and we'll have rock sliders coming up. The White Knuckle, who is a sponsor of the show, White Knuckle Off-Road Products. They're rock sliders. We have a set sitting in our garage right now, and I'm itching to do it, except the fact it was 0 degrees this weekend, and
literally 0. Actually, feels like negative, and for Tennessee, that's like unheard of.
Well, at this time of year, definitely.
Yeah,
we will get into the teens, but yeah, no, we were at 0.
I don't want another $500.
Our shower froze.
Yes. Oh, day in the life. I bet you didn't put that on the vlog. Nope.
I don't think I did.
No, legit. He goes to take a shower, turns the water on, and it's just a trickle. And we were like, so then dummies that we are, we turned it off and left it off. And then the next time we tried to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on at all. And so then we had to wait till it got to be 20 degrees and it started to warm up the wall and actually do it.
Valley Dude says Kelly and Dave do a build on the F-150 Power Boost and compare each build. I definitely, I think you'd ask that in a video, Valley Dude, and I think I even wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, no, that's definitely the Power Boost is intriguing to me. I like that truck.
Hey Tracy Peterson, welcome in. Joining from Facebook tonight.
Nice.
Jonathan Fold says 20 plus inches of snow in northern Michigan today.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Oh, I bet Bronco 78. He said his phone's been ringing off the hook with frozen pipes.
Oh, I bet.
I bet you're busy.
Luckily, ours, it doesn't seem to be. We got pressure back. Everything's good. And it was only our shower, so I'm going to have to get under my house and
But you did notice one of the vents was open on that side of the house, so it's very possible that was it.
But we're going to have to insulate some pipes.
Yeah, we'll just have to get some.
Man, I feel like this is a day in the life of the Boyds.
NSU college kid said, I forget what is Miss Speed Demon getting. I'm assuming you're talking about me and the Bronco. I actually haven't driven the Bronco much since this week. But normally I'm getting about 14 and a half, I think.
I can easily get 17, 18 in that thing. And yeah, she's like, I did good this week. I got 15. You're like,
shut up.
Wow. But she's like to the pedal to the metal all the time.
I am competitive and I don't like people next to me. I can't help it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to get you in Texas this year because where the Tawa car thing is at a racetrack. And I need to get you on the racetrack.
We didn't have time for the racetrack last year.
No, this is not the Texas Motor Speedway. It's at Eagle, whatever.
Oh, that speedway. Yeah.
So,
see, NSU college kid said that's okay. I get 15.5. It's fine.
Well, so right now I think the best I've gotten is like 14.8. So definitely you can tell it's taking a hit, but it's not like we didn't know that was going to happen. And it's a lot better tire. She could instantly tell what a nicer tire it was because I remember you going, it rolls different.
100%. It grips differently. It really does. It rolls differently. And honestly, you can tell a little bit that you are a little bit taller in it. Like you can definitely feel like you're higher in it. Yeah, there's definitely a different feel to them. And I can't find all my words tonight, so I'm sorry. I'm not very good tonight.
Joe says he's been getting in the 20s, over the 20s today.
You drive 80,000 miles a week, though.
We're mostly in town.
Ragnar Khan says, you guys have a scheme to somehow compare the 24 Tacoma and Ranger once they land. Probably not big enough brands for you to pay attention to yet, but you would love your thoughts.
No, I've been paying attention to the Ranger. I've got a couple Ranger videos up right now of the Ranger Raptor. I've been paying attention to the normal Rangers. We're seeing them spotted around Michigan. I've been getting some photos of them, just them testing the normals. Not a lot to talk about with that truck. Honestly, I could do a build and price on them because we're going to get a pretty close spec to the Australian version. Though I do think we were going to get ours will be a little bit nicer as far as plushness. American audiences usually require a little bit more than
we're a little bougie.
Yeah, than some of the outer U.S. audience. But as far as engine options, you're going to get two engine options. I think you're going to get the 2.3 and the 2.7 for the Ranger. And obviously the Ranger Raptor will get the same 3.0 as the Bronco Raptor. And speaking of Raptors, Kelly, what did you want to talk about with the Raptor? What were we talking about today?
So
got y'all choked up there.
So we were in the Costco parking lot and I saw a lightning blue Raptor F-150 Raptor, and it had a hard shell on the back.
Oh, that's right.
And I said, what a waste of a Raptor to have a hard shell on the back. And Dave goes, well, most of the Raptors are wasted with the drivers because 99% of them aren't going to do with the Raptor what it's meant to do.
Yeah, that's why
it's going to be daily driver, just like we're doing.
And I said that's the same thing with the Bronco Raptor. I was like, it's a badass vehicle, but at some point, it's never. Most of those are never going to get done with anything but going taking the kids to school or something, something mundane. But hey, man,
you like to look at it.
I see a lot of F-150 Raptors on construction sites. It boggles my mind. I saw one with a very light load, or what I would consider to be a light load, going down the highway, looking like this as it was going down the highway, because it's not made to do anything truck like.
Mhm.
It has a bed, but I suspect we'll see. We'll start seeing the old Raptors. You'll see. We'll see them off roading a little bit, but I think for that, much like the F-150 Raptor, they're made for the dunes. That
Mhm.
truck is made for some fun like that, some height where you can get into it and get some little bit of speed going. And for a lot of the country, for the wheeling we like to do, I mean, I guess you could Moab would be okay because Moab's not technically tight. They're tight trails. But there's no, like here in when we go to East Tennessee, there's trees everywhere. They've cut trails.
They're so wide.
Yeah, it's just too wide, man. And especially full size. But you said something funny that the other day. You said something about the Raptor. Are they always that wide or something the other day? Because you don't pay any attention to the trucks of that. And I was like, yeah, that's.
Oh, I said it looked good. It looked stocky.
Yeah.
Or looked beastly or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I saw.
It's got some hips.
Yeah, because if I see a Raptor F-150, I usually see it from the side. I don't tend to see it from behind. And we were actually driving right behind a white F-150 truck. So, yeah, Andy made a good point. It's like it's difficult to take $100,000 off road. 100%.
It's difficult to take $54,000 off road.
Trust me, because I would really, 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 really love to have a TRX in our driveway, but it would not see trails.
Yeah, I did a Wrangler 392 video, and I dropped it on Christmas, knowing nobody was going to watch it. But
yeah,
it's a kind of a niche market, anyways. But man, I can't. Next time we have to this fall get another one.
Yeah,
and because we kind of bypassed that this year.
We did because we had so many other ones we wanted to get into.
Yeah, the Toyotas.
Plus, we don't like to fight over vehicles.
I don't think many people are fighting over that one anymore.
No, but that one was occupied a lot.
Occupado.
And Peugeot says, how many Ferraris are getting over 2,000 miles a year?
That's a good point. Unless it's the Stradman, and he seems to put a lot of miles on his supercars, which I would do at some point. You want a return on investment in supercars. You can make money on those down the road, but I would have to drive it.
Yeah.
Now we couldn't get it in our driveway because our driveway has this little
hill to it.
But yeah. Could you imagine getting a Lamborghini here? And we have a nice house, or I feel like it's a pretty nice house. But once again, you couldn't get a sports car in our driveway.
We hit the drive. If you don't take it at a certain angle, we hit the road with the hitch on the back of the Gladiator.
Yep.
So that tells you like the angle on it.
But could you imagine having to pull it out front and park it on the street?
No.
Damn.
I don't even like putting my Bronco on the road when we have to.
$200,000+ car.
Yeah, no, not happening. We're parking it in your dad's gravel driveway. Can you imagine?
That's coming too. The studio's about to move the studio to my dad's house.
Yeah.
We're talking about making our house an air. Tell us if we're crazy.
Has anybody Airbnb'd their house?
Yes. Because we're talking about making this an Airbnb, and
we would lock up the studio so nobody would come up here. But we're trying to make some smart plays with money. And since my mom passed away, my dad has a big house that he just needs some company. Christmas, you could tell he was a little lonely. He was excited that family came in, and then he goes back to being lonely. Then he goes back to posting random shit on Facebook that nobody understands. And if you're friends with us on Facebook, Hebrew shares our shit all the time.
Yes, all the time. Do we have a garage? We do have a garage of sorts. We have has some gym equipment in it from when the pandemic. I bought some gym equipment because I was working out in there, and we have a bunch of just garbage, just stuff that will be gone when we move soon.
Yep.
But so that was there's more of the Boyd lifestyle.
No, he refuses to move here. Long story short, he has a church within his home.
Yes, my dad is a preacher.
Late in life preacher at that, so that does not totally explain Dave.
Which does make me a son of a preacher man. Yes, he was.
Sorry. I don't know if I'm getting a...
No, this stupid air conditioner is not working. It's doing this goofy thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was getting a fever or if it was the alcohol.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, so we talked about bringing him here, but
He will not move here.
He will not move here. So, and we're the only ones left to take care of him. So that's where we should be. Oh yeah, John, like, long story short, he had 2 Facebooks because one was Dave's mom's that he took over. And then he also has his own. So he posts the same thing on each page, has the same friends on each page, and he'll actually share it from one to the other. And he'll also reshare stuff that we have posted. Like, funny quick story. When we were talking about moving over there, he goes, "Now the only thing I ask is that you don't have any drunken parties at my house when you move in." And I was like, well, we don't have drunken parties at our house, so it'll be okay, I think, Ralph.
Yeah.
But then just like he reshares a picture of Dave yesterday with bourbon in his drink. And he tells that he's got bourbon in his drink too, which is in the picture. It's funny.
Yeah, my dad's a trip. And you might see some more Pops videos. That was I did that last Christmas.
Oh, you didn't you? Did. That's right.
My dad talking about there's a video on the channel of my dad talking about what it was like to grow up in small farm town Ohio and seeing like hot rod magazines, from SoCal, all the cool stuff they were doing and how it translated to the East Coast, and you didn't have all the access to everything like they did, and how they made their own hot rods.
Yeah, so his dad is 80 or 81.
Yep.
And it's funny the difference in technology between my dad and his dad. And my dad is like 10 years younger. And his dad has finally started texting. And poor thing, he texts one of the parents on our softball team, and she's so sweet. She continues to text him. And then another friend of ours, he texts on Facebook. Is like, and I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Merry Christmas, Randy.
Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah, whatever.
Everything that's happening right now.
Happy. How about that? Happy December.
Yeah, but it's funny. I will have to have an open and close sign on my office door because I have a feeling there will be a
part of that is, and part of the funding of the channel this year is to build. Literally, we're going to have those big storage buildings that everybody sells. We're going to try to get one of those delivered to the back of his property and build a studio there
and an office.
Honestly, it gives us a lot more room than this 8 by 8 area I'm in right now. So
79 by 79, whatever that equates to, because I remember that measurement when we built the desk.
It's all about the inches, isn't it?
It is.
We are moving on up in Peugeot. Actually, it is to the east side. So there you go. It's only about a mile away, but it is east.
Yeah.
So north is that way. East is that way.
So some folks said don't do Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because the Airbnb fees are ridiculous right now. And long-term renters would be better. So we looked into long-term renter thing too, but the problem is with Murfreesboro where we live, the long-term renters the long-term rental companies are expensive.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, I knew that was coming.
Could have sent our kid out to take her, or take him. But the long-term rentals are expensive here, unfortunately, because the long-term rental companies, they want like first month's rent is their fee, and then they also want like 10% of the rent. It's something stupid. Oh, I would love a Ford GT2. I actually told Dave the other day, I was like, how do we get a dark horse in my driveway? And yeah, Dave was like, yeah, I don't think we're big enough for that, unfortunately. I said, well, they can just drop it off in the driveway. We don't need to talk about it anymore, but that's awesome, Peugeot. Yeah, he learned to text. I don't know how he learned to text. Dave and I still at this point could T9 text
I love
if we needed to.
It was awesome. There, dog's out. Animals are out.
Is he back in?
No, well, he's in the house. Yeah. Oh, so somebody asked about Bronco Santa. Tim's been busy. He's been remodeling his house or something. We shut down the happy hour too for a while. We're going to revamp that for me and Kelly, and Tim's doing his own channel thing. Let's see. In college, your dad is 74. He has no idea how to text respond to doctor's appointments.
I can see that. I actually went to I had to go to a doctor's appointment about 2 months ago or so, and I was just sitting there. I was watching, and it was a doctor's office where there were a lot of older people, and I saw this guy, and he was just like, "Well, what am I supposed to do with this?" And like thinking, like this is what the world is now, that they want that, Sorry.
Oh,
what's crawling up the wall behind us? I don't know.
You're freaking me out.
Yeah, I just assumed it was the shadow.
Lots of whiskey, a gnome. I don't know. It's their way of screwing with us now.
Probably. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yep. Once again, we would.
They said a tarantula was climbing up our back wall.
No, I don't think we don't have tarantulas here in Tennessee. Not naturally. Once again, the show will not be next Monday. So if you're late coming in, we were taking the couple. We're gonna take that one off. What else we got? Yeah, we got some Knob Creek. It could be crawling. I do like the Knob Creek. I've been wanting that, and it's funny as Honest texted me the other day on Instagram, and he had a bottle, and I was like, "Shit, that's right. I do need a bottle of that."
No, we don't really have scorpions in Tennessee either. We do, but they're small.
We do have scorpions.
They're super tiny though.
Very rare though. Very
don't tell me that, because that freaks my shit out.
I did pick up a rock one day in the mountains and on a survey, and there was a little scorpion there.
502 Bourbon Crew says, "Did you see Motor Biscuit is teasing a Jeep Comanche reboot?"
I did not see that. I don't always put a lot of behind Motor Biscuit, but I'll have to check that out. I've honestly, this past week, I've been tapped out of auto industry. I've been trying to just kind of take a break a little bit, so I haven't paid a lot of attention to. And honestly, there's just generally not a lot of news in December.
John Miko says new brakes every other year, I'm guessing, and that was in response to the fact that I like to go fast. And honestly, I'm not hard on brakes, really.
Yeah, she's
I throttle down, like I pull my foot off the throttle.
Yeah, no,
and I just slow.
Brakes.
I'm not too bad
on.
on.
I think on your last one, your Xterra, I replaced them a couple times, but I don't think it
was
out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Airplane Mike says, out of all the vehicles you've had, which vehicle do you wish you still had?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I really liked the Titan.
Yeah. What
I don't know. I really liked my Xterra too, but I love the Bronco. I think I liked the Xterra because it was unexpected. Like people didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So I liked that, and I liked the intention of it, to be honest with you. But the Titan, I liked the get up and go, and it was comfortable. It was overall comfortable.
Yeah, Titan is one of the best.
My Maxima was super comfortable too.
Well, Nissan knows they do a lot of good seats in their vehicles.
I'm trying to think. I think that's probably it. I mean, I don't remember.
For me, my Honda Element, I had a 2005 Element I bought brand new, and it was the most practical vehicle we've probably ever had.
Oh, for sure.
We would go camping in it. Not that we were going to go down dirt road, we would take it camping, but you could put all your gear in it. Still room for 4 people. It was pretty easy to clean out. You got car fuel economy. We got 24. I know that's not car necessarily, but 24 in mid 2000s was not too bad going to Detroit. I loved that little vehicle. And honestly, my little Juke that I got rid of a couple years ago, I love that thing quite a bit.
Yeah, that poor little Juke.
I've had mid-sized Nissan Frontiers. I've always liked them. They just, now I have one in my driveway now. It just feels old, especially when you go from that into the more modern Broncos. You're just like, damn, this thing was old. And I don't know. I love all of them for different reasons. Sorry, Airplane Mike. That's not a great question. The Juke I liked because, like Kelly with talking about hers, I would get weird attention in the little Juke because we were
actually on 840 one day, and the guy was like, "Does that have a turbo?"
No, it was over here.
It was 840 because we were coming from car show.
But being we did a lot of work to it and tuned it, and it would go for what it was, and it was just weird. I like weird cars.
Seth said Xteras are sleeper off-roaders. 100%.
Oh yeah, man. We
would go out and people go, "You're not taking that out there, are you?" Yep.
Yeah, I had a Generation 1 Xterra, and I would go to Windrock in it, and there'd be Jeep guys camped out. We would be driving through our camp spot, and they would give you the dirtiest looks, man. And Bronco guy,
and almost laugh.
Yeah, Bronco guy, I'm sure you see that a little bit if you go, Jeep guy thinks they're the ultimate. But you'd be like, "What are you doing here?" And you're like, "Well, I can go about anywhere you can go."
Mm-hmm. Valley Dude 5000 said, "How is your son doing?" He's doing well. He had some pains this weekend with his arm, but
yeah, I think
otherwise,
I think he had some scar tissue break free a little bit this weekend because he said something all of a sudden hurt. But no, he's pretty much back to normal of beating up his desk when he's playing his video games, and he's back to work full time, and which has been a nightmare because his insurance company is supposed to give him some money. We're still battling that one.
Yeah. So that's a hot mess. But NSU College Kid said, speaking of parts, so Rebecca got nothing this year. She got tires.
Oh, she got all that over there.
Yeah.
She got the dual air compressor.
Right. That's right.
There's a lift on the way. Rock sliders are in the garage. We're still in this year. Come on, guys. Come make me feel bad.
They just haven't made it on her yet.
Yeah, well, the
only thing that's made them on her is tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth, or no, it wasn't Seth. Who was it? YouTube Car Spotters Guide says someone did a video about a new Xterra. Yeah, there's nothing. They've been coming for years. They've been trying to say that there's one coming, but there's nothing yet.
Who said that? Oh, I've done some talks about
YouTube Car Spotters Guide.
I did a video, it's over a year ago now, about Nissan needs to bring that back. I mean, the what you see in Indonesia, the Terra, that was the third generation Xterra for the US market. And just Nissan has such bad timing. Like, they'll get into off-road vehicle SUVs again when the market flips and nobody's interested. That's when they'll get into it. Much like the Z that should have been redesigned 5-6 years ago. Nissan's always bankrupt, and so they have to spend their money very conservatively, and they're all about the Altima, unfortunately. Great commuter car, boring past that.
Duncan, this was a little bit earlier, but said, I got my black Raptor today. Greatest truck on the road.
Nice,
congratulations.
Man. Nice.
That's awesome.
Super jealous.
George Hampton said, anyone have an issue with either their driver or passenger rear window seals? I think the top of the seal is too soft and allows air. I wonder if that's
is
why
is it a hard top or a soft top?
I know they had some conversations about it in there because
I was going to say, because I remember one of the prototype trucks we were riding around in, you could hear some air seepage with that, but it was hard top. I don't know. It may be one of those things where you need to reprogram your the
window.
Yeah, where it gets a little bit out of whack.
Maybe. Bronco 78 says, question, other than the Ranger Raptor that you are number one for, what new vehicle are you excited about in 2023?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Sorry, I'm trying to get some cool air going in here. So, the Chevy GM Twins, I'm excited for. The Colorado Canyon, I think those will be fun. I'm not sold on their 4-cylinder, but we'll get to do time in some of those. Ranger in general, I'm super excited by. I love the mid-size truck market, and we got a new Tacoma coming. Even though I think Tacoma is just going to be a mini Tundra, which I like the Tundra. It took a little bit for the styling for me to catch up to it, but I like it now, especially if you put a little bit of aggressive tire under it. It just seems the sharp edges all come together. And there's talk of it getting a 4-cylinder. Well, I know it's getting the 4. I know that for a fact it's getting the 4-cylinder. But a hybrid 4-cylinder, much like the truck gets the hybrid 4 or 6-cylinder twin turbo, I think we're going to get a single turbo 4-cylinder with the hybrid system. And I have a feeling with that 4-cylinder, you're going to see it hit probably 330 horsepower, which would be a big improvement for the Tacomas. So let's see, anything else? I can't think of it off the top of my head what's coming out for 23s that I would be super excited by.
I haven't seen too many. To be honest with you, I've been away from the
Cybertruck.
No.
Whenever that comes out.
Flo says, "Who are you going with the lift and how high?"
Oh, high. I can't say just yet, Flo.
It's still in the works. We'll
But,
let you know.
yeah,
We'll let you
guys
know when we can
definitely-
let you know.
Yeah,
though.
definitely know.
NSU college kids said, I forgot. What did you put on new tires and did you sell the old ones?
I did. So we put BF Goodrich. You guys, I'm a BF Goodrich guy. I know in Peugeot, and then we're talking about Toyos and stuff. Eventually, if this channel did well enough where I feel like I could buy some tires just purely because of I wanted to try something new, I would definitely go with. But I'm a Michelin snob. I think Michelin makes the best tires. Michelin owns BF Goodrich. And I just honestly I like the way they look.
He's just a snob, let's be honest.
I'm a tire snob. But I did sell the old ones. We had 14,000 or maybe almost 15,000.
Like 13,000 miles on them. Because maybe 14 because we're at
I sold them
now.
for $800.
All five.
Yeah, all five. Could have got more for it, but I just wanted them gone.
You just didn't want them sitting.
Yeah, I put them on Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes I didn't want to put $1,200 on these tires, and then somebody's like, "Hey, I'll give you $500," and you just never answer those text messages. But I wanted to put something that somebody felt like it was probably too good to be true, and a guy came. He drove from an hour and a half away to come get those
because he knew what a deal it was.
Yeah, which is fine with me. He was I will say he was a guy that he was buying used tires
because he needed tires.
Afford, and so I felt good. He got a good deal.
That's good. NSU college kids said, how long do you plan to keep the Bronco? What's the longest you've kept vehicle as of recent? So
probably your Xterra.
Probably my Xterra, which we bought in 11 or 12.
Sold it in 20.
And we sold it in 20. Which we bought that used. So that was 2 years old when we bought it. Let's see. So we kept that for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Yeah. And then
the reason we didn't get rid of it sooner was because there was just nothing. You didn't want a Jeep, and there was just nothing at the time.
And honestly, the only reason we got rid of it is because we were getting the Bronco.
Yep. Used
honestly
part of that money for down payment on the Bronco.
But then, so the Bronco, we don't foresee getting rid of it anytime soon. Unless, like we said on the channel, unless it starts to have some issues. Like if it starts to fall apart close to that 36,000 miles, then we may start rethinking the vehicle itself.
Yeah, it does depend on how they hold up. I bought this one initially as it would have been a long-term tester, which we would have probably had for 2 years, but she's fallen in love with the thing. There's no reason for us to get rid of it. Part of the us moving to my dad's house frees up a little bit of money that we can start getting into newer vehicles faster. So so that's you'll see like some more test vehicles pop in. The Jeep, I just kind of don't want to get rid of the Jeep right now. It's because we like having a little bit of a truck around, but the Jeep needs to go away. Obviously, we do know there. As long as Allie can get me an allocation for the Ranger Raptor, that'll happen. And honestly, that truck I may own for 6 months. Who knows? That's more of our getting into our testing vehicles.
Sorry, I'm getting dizzy. Cigar Texan said, partially confirmed my buddy got the commercial ad contract for the 7th gen Bronco is planned for 2030 along the Bronco EV in 2030. I assume is what Cigar Texan's talking about, because he had talked about in previous shows that his buddy was talking about the commercial.
I'm not even worried about those things yet, man. I've seen that pop up. Those plans change on a dime. We've seen in this EV world, Audi the other day came out and said, they were one of the first ones, 2030, we're all EV. Well, now they're pumping the brakes on that because you can't get the materials for the batteries. And suddenly now it's like, well, each plant's going to build an EV. So we'll be all EV that way. And it's like, so I'm the EV thing. I'm who knows?
So Bart, we never sold our rims because we actually kept our rims. We actually like our rims.
I actually like them. Eventually
change them out. But yeah, at this point.
Yeah, I actually like the wheels on those.
I don't have much more in me, Dave.
I know. I'm about to end this down. We're gonna wind this one down tonight because Kelly's under the weather, and for some reason my AC is not kicking on. It's pissing me off. Couple more questions, and I will.
I don't see any, so bring them in. YouTube Car Spotters Guide says keep it till Sid is 16. Hint if she was a part of the show. She thought she was getting the Bronco at one
she
point.
Was it? Trust me. And she's what, almost 13.
She's 12 and a half.
Yeah, we'll have it by the time she turns 16.
See if she earned it.
Yep. Let's see. I had a Prius for 8 years too long. I can understand that. We saw a Prius today, and you were like, "Get that damn thing out of it. What's that doing at the gas station?"
We were at Costco. Yeah. Was there anything you were supposed to talk about?
No. I just brought up some news just in case.
Do we know when scheduling picks back up? John Miko said.
For Bronco scheduling?
Nothing official.
No, I don't know as far as the scheduling. Last I heard for order banks is February. AC, what's the temperature there? Well,
it's in our office.
Yeah, up here in the office space, it feels like it's 80 right now. So studio lights don't help that.
What are some things to bring to Supercell East? Depends on where you're camping.
Bronco?
He said other than a Bronco. If you're camping, obviously all the camping necessities. If you're staying in a hotel, obviously, depends on how close you're staying to the event.
Townsend, Tennessee, research that. There are some Airbnbs around there. There are some nice camping grounds. You're near the Cherokee National Forest, so there's stuff there you can do. You're near
Cherokee, Gatlinburg, or
it's in Gatlinburg.
Okay.
You're near Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and you're also near Pigeon Forge. Lots of places to stay there. Lots of family things to do there. As far as the Townsend itself proper, not a lot to do there.
The event itself, though, is really just, if you're bringing kids, bring a wagon of some sort for them to chill out in.
People that aren't interested in vehicles, leave them in Pigeon Forge. We've seen a lot of some husbands that weren't interested. Their wives were dragging them around looking at Broncos, and then some wives that were just like done. It can be very hot that time of year.
Yes,
believe it or not.
Sunblock.
Bronco Nation, I'm assuming will have their corral there.
Fill your water.
It was double the size, if not triple the size last year that it was the year before, and I expect it to get even bigger this year. So bring money.
Yeah.
Internet is sketchy
spotty
at times. Most of the vendors do take cards, but it was a little spotty. I've heard some big vendors going to show up this year. I'm pretty sure IAG will be there. We know our friends over at Bronco Battalion USA will be there with all the cool clothing.
502 Bourbon Crew said bring multiple cards if you stay at Margaritaville.
Yes. And past that, man, I really pleasure.
Thank you.
It's Supercell is just about checking out a lot of old Broncos, a lot of new.
It's
Broncos
in a big field. It's in a big field. It's organized well, though. I will tell you that it's organized well. They usually, at least this past year, they kept the different gens in different areas, and so that was cool. So yeah, just plan on. I don't know if it'll be muddy, but it was the year before. It was kind of muddy, so just plan accordingly weather-wise.
I'm going to try to get those guys on the show too, so we'll try to get them.
Bronco Supercell people,
right? All right, guys, that is a show tonight. I hate to cut it short, but Miss Kelly's not feeling great, and
sorry, y'all.
A lot of news to talk about. So whether it be 2-wheel drive,
4-wheel drive,
it only matters what you talk about tonight because this is Bronco Talk Live, Kelly, and this is 2020.
Before you close out, what's the date for Supercell? It is April 18th through whatever that weekend is.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. BroncoDriverMagazine.com is
the
website you can go to for that.
100%.
So we're out. Peace, everybody. We will see y'all in 2
Thank you
weeks.
for all your support this year. We appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.